as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And running with power here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready? Crackle 80.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Up the middle, Achane. They'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. This running game is so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and it's 3rd down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Here we go. 60, Vikings, 6, go.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw out play action. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw here. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. A nice throw from the 3rd-round pick. It gets him a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. They'll run. Achane. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
Achane once more. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Miami.
And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's McCarthy. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You talk about this Miami defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Open man, that's Felton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on first down. Cox. And he'll get inside the 40 to the 39. Fitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Dolphins 39-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cox. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Vikings looking for a 5th win of the season in this one. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And it's caught downfield by Pickens. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. George Pickens, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0.
Vikings nothing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
They're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
For a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st down, back to Achane. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Jason Sanders to kick
Sanders now to kick this one away. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
They're on the 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
34-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cox. Sheds off the tackle. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights. They cut the lead to 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
38-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
In motion, Hill. A run straight ahead with Achane. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Just gets rid of it, throws it away. The lines move there, look like nobody open, now second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who's going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
36-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Up the middle they go. Cox. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of 16 yards.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here he goes. 7 Pirates, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go street. Motion. Hey, smash. 19 Lions. Go.
Throwing is McCarthy. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
That's going to be caught by Bigsby. They get 6. That'll leave him with 34. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed.
Will Reichard on for the Vikings field goal. A 37-yard
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and we can net on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Jalen Waddle on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, they never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but it would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get it.
Out of the gun, it was a give to Achane. And he'll work this one out to about the 38.
93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In motion, Hill. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one incomplete, threw down at the feet of his receiver. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Pickens on the slant. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First down. It's Cox. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game and half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cox. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. Second and 13 that they're walking up on.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 7-5, cut 19, cut 19. Go.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. After right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. Minnesota's kick team winning and the Vikings move it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively or offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
Jake Bailey.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Cut. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Looking to throw McCarthy. And it is caught. Justin Jefferson with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Not the longest kick return, but it counts all the same. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes to special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown, and their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he's got this down to the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
To the air with McCarthy. And they're going to get him. They bring it down, a sack back at the 16-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them putting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go now.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and make...
It's caught inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Vikings, first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And he'll get it. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead in this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
127 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. Give him 5 on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
They'll give this to a chance.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80.
They'll go. H.M. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
A big pickup at 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring out the third down.
And it's third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Let's go now.
Now back to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 29-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the fourth. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net. But they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the fourth.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. Fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
And they regain the lead now. Let's see if they can hold it. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And just shutting him off there. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll run. This is Hill. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the handoff, it's Achane. And shutting through the tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 158 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Come on.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. On this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Crediting with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that will be incomplete.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When the runners have days like what we're seeing right now, They often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete.
That's a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
33-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that was too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. And that is incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during